You got your voice meter open? Okay. Can you see the bar all the way on the left moving up and down when you talk? What's up, Dave? No. And up above it where it says microphone or whatever, is it white or is it red? Okay. Click menu and restart audio engine, see if that works. Actually, that's not going to work. You'll want to click your little arrow by the clock, and you got the funny little thing that's got the waves on it. The voice mod, voice changer. You want to click that because it apparently needs to log in again. What's up, guys? I feel like I can hear something in my ear. Might be related to Alex, but I can't tell. Alex is like, why did it not work yet? She just. All right. Does that sound better, Alex? No? What's up, Adam? We're just having our, starting out the live with some funny audio issues. Guess we should test this stuff before we go. Lobo says no audio, but I'm pretty sure y'all can hear my audio. Hello. Testing. Testing. Can I hear me? I can kind of hear me. Try that. Okay. Oh, what about NVIDIA broadcast?
Sorry, guys.
I'm not sure what it is. Test, test. Okay. Alex will be right back with us. We are restarting his computer, and then I realized my mistake. So there is that. When Alex gets back, his computer insisted on doing updates and restarting. So there's that. So, two guys walk into the bar, the third one ducked. Good. That would be the way I would need to do. Yeah. Oddly enough, live video and everything, everybody thinks of video and that being the important part, but really the hardest part to Brittany, the hardest part to lives is audio. And I'd be willing to bet that Brittany knows something about that. What's you doing, Brittany? Are you having spare time? Lobo, you're very entertaining to my viewers, and we really appreciate that. Alex's computer is doing the update stuff, and it's still doing the update stuff. Let's see. Let's see. I know what to do. I know what to do. Let's see if I can do it. So much going on here. But let's see. I don't know if she has time. But we'll try. We might try. We will try. Alex, what's your computer screen doing over there? It seems like it's taking forever. He's watching, so. Not working. The baby has the ringworms. That's no fun. And it's scary all at the same time. Ryan spying on Alex. Alex supposed to have a fast computer. It's not going very fast. 67%. Well, that's dumb. Brittany is the only one time it does this. Geez. Well, some other times it does this, but usually we sign in a little bit early and check it out behind the scenes and figure out any quirks that we have. And sometimes we take it right up to the last 30 seconds. But today has just been a casual kind of right up till the end and stopped and said, oh, wait, let's go live. And looks as if Alex Computer's thinking about restarting. That's exciting. Brittany looks like she'd be driving.
I am.
In awesomeness.
Hold on, let me disconnect that.
Oops, you disconnected too much. You disconnected too many. Billy freaking Murray is live on United. Okay. I have never seen a computer take so long to restart. I mean, these computers are fast too. Again.
Again.
Yeah, everybody hear Brittany okay?
Hopefully. I can hear you. Well, we know that you guys can hear me because you're in the car.
That is amazing.
They're so good.
Hey, is that what happened to the earbuds that your mom bought?
Mm-mm. No, I got these
No?
ones real cheap at Meijer. They were like $10.
Is that what we're hearing you through?
Yeah.
Well, that works. Your mom
Yeah.
bought a set and she played with them for about 2 days and I've never seen them again. And she has not said a word about it.
They were probably awful.
Well, they were either awful or she lost them because she does like to set things down and, you know. Oh, Lordy, it's Britt. Yes, Corey, we got Britt back. She's driving places. She's doing things.
Yeah, no, I had to go in because my mom had to go on a flat glass quote. So the ringworm and I went in for a little bit, and now we're heading back home.
Touched everybody you could.
No, that's Violet. Yes, you guys, Violet is the ringworm. Okay, we're gonna go. So she's sleeping. Leave her alone. Okay. I'll leave ringworm alone.
So how many chillins you got with you?
3. I've got
Oh,
the
yeah,
twins.
because the other.
You guys say hi. Hi.
Hi, guys. Oh, look at you.
Yeah,
They got things and
Uncle
stuff.
gave you guys the money. Sweet, we each get $10. Yes, you each get $10 because Uncle gave it to you. So what's going on today? I see in the title that someone's stealing your stuff.
Yeah, sort of. That might be a little clickbaitish, but
Little
it
bit.
brings up a good topic. Brings up a good topic. It is very related. And Alex doesn't even know what it's about. He's just as curious to hear as everybody else. In fact, the only one that knows is Matt Blackman.
Audio output. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Cool.
Alex is damn near there. He's got his computer on. Now he's got to open everything up.
Hey, I mean, he should just be thankful that he gets those nice computers and not the ones like we have at the tent shop that take 3 to 5 business years to turn on. 3 to 5.
Yeah, I know.
Years, guys.
Yeah, 3 to 5
We don't need an
business
echo
years.
in here.
That means it doesn't do anything on the weekends, just business years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got entertain the crowd for a second, Brittany, because I got to fix a setting that I changed Alex's to that I messed up.
Wait, I can't even see. Oh, wait, there's the chat. Okay. Hi, everybody. It's been a minute. So yeah, technical difficulties. Now I have to entertain you. Yeah, no, so I went back to the tint shop and I've been doing vinyl and, you know, PPF, which I always did. And that has been real cool. How's everyone's business going right now with it being summertime? You know, I imagine most of you are pretty busy. How's business going? Right. Oh, Alex, I can hear myself echoing through you.
Oh shit. Can you really? She says she can hear herself echo through me. Are you lying? Brittany, you're lying. Yeah.
Talk, Brittany.
Brittany. Brittany, why are you ignoring me?
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Yeah, so Cash, I agree. Alex is okay though. Don't worry. He'll get there. It's just very difficult to be as great as I am, so but
Brittany, you're fucking with me.
what?
I said you're messing with me.
I'm messing with you. No, that's what they said in the comments, is that I'm great
what?
and you're like, okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're right about that.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not trying to embarrass anybody, but I just walked by the bathroom on the way back to my office and I could hear Brittany echoing in the guy's bathroom. There is a male watching Brittany talk in the bathroom.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
All right. So how many people are watching right now from their toilet?
Right here. Me. It's me.
Right. Poor Brittany, you can't see the comments, can you?
Oh, I can. Yeah, I can see the comments. I'm trying to safely glance here and there, but I am driving, so I'm missing a couple here and there.
Alex, what are you doing?
I'm
Where's your
fixing
background?
things.
There's your background. We need to give Brittany a cool background.
Yeah, a little hard to pack the green screen in the car, so.
You could have the twins hold it.
I mean, that sounds like it would probably work for like 3 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they would probably find a way to hurt each other with it because boys.
People are saying that I should do lives on Saturday, so I'm trying to figure out how to get a green screen in the Jeep.
Oh, I don't know. From what I've heard of your escapades, the last thing you probably need to be doing is trying to stream while you're off-roading.
I can't even figure out how to pull out the camera and take videos while I'm off-roading because there's just so much going on.
You got to get one of the cool holder things like what I got for my mom.
Yeah, well, I got one for my phone, but the phone vibrates too much. It's not. Should have brought Brittany. Hashtag should have brought Brittany. Thanks, Adam.
Honestly, I like going to conferences and getting to see everybody, but I really hate traveling a lot.
Yeah, Brittany, I've never seen Brittany so quiet as when you put her on a plane. She's like, "Don't talk to me," and then the arms of the seats are all bent down from her gripping so hard. Yeah, Brittany flying is its own kind of fun.
No, me in the airport is the ultimate. Because in order for me to not be flipping out, the conditions have to be perfect, which if you've ever been to an airport, good luck.
And then when you couple me and your mother with you, and all three of us haven't had a cigarette in 3 hours, and we're hungry.
And then we're hungry.
And
we don't have time to smoke before the next flight takes off.
Stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, so good times. So that stupid pen guy of your mom's talked me into buying 1,000 bottle openers, and they're really cool and stupid all at the same time. So we're giving away bottle openers.
He's stealing your money because he's convincing you to buy stuff that you don't need.
He is, but okay. So to the topic at hand, who's stealing? Stop. Stealing shit. So me and Matt was talking today, and I've been thinking about this for a little while because I see a lot of copycatting going on. I see a lot of people worrying about other people's business, and from tint shops to distributors to tool makers to content makers on YouTube and everything. It's like everybody's trying to find the successful person and copy that person. And what happens is the successful person. We'll use me, for example. I tend to, if you guys haven't noticed, I beat my own path. I don't follow anybody. I do what I think is right. And there's people copying me. Take Tint Keg, for instance. You know, until 4 years ago, the word tint keg didn't exist. Nobody called it a tint keg. Carrie Yoakum came up with the name tint keg and we ran with it. And tint keg is who we are. And now everybody's jumping on board. Not everybody, because there are a few people out there that still call them spray tanks or corny kegs. And those are very respectable people. But there's some very disrespectable people that might gather my attention and distract me from what I'm really doing. And that's from being successful, because now I'm trying to pay attention to these people making posts. Hey, get your tint keg, $200 ready to go. And the thing is, it's not a tint keg. Tint Keg is a brand, and that's my brand. That's our brand. And so people are messaging Brittany, telling her they see her live, because that's what people do.
No, the tin shop got a phone call.
Stupid tint shop.
But I don't know. It's tin keg has become like Kleenex.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Nobody calls it facial tissue. It's Kleenex.
Although it's facial tissue.
Right.
Until Kleenex branded the name.
So tint keg has become Kleenex.
So 100%. And so what I'm tasked with is not worrying about somebody stealing a name that we as a company created, because that distracts me from doing what I already do. I sell over 1,000 of these things a year, and I lose track of what's going on there by thinking, oh, look at this person trying to capitalize on my success. Because before Tint Keg was invented, it's a name. Before the name Tint Keg was born, and Sean has got a good point, actually. He just commented and says he markets his tanks as spray tanks because they consider Tint Keg as a trademark name. And what I'm tasked with is trying to balance and be flattered by the fact that we came up with something that became a household name, rather than thinking somebody's trying to capitalize on my success. Because if I'm going to worry about somebody else capitalizing on my success, I lose focus of what I'm doing, and that's paving the way moving forward, setting new standards in my industry. And then we all lose. And the same thing goes for Tenors and tint shops. When you are booked out, say you're booked out for a week, you're doing as much business as you're comfortable doing, or as much as you want to do, and you're living life, but a guy moves in less than a mile from you and he's selling tint for less than you. And this happened to us too over at the tint shop. Half a mile down the road from us, the guy was doing sets of doors for just a little over half of what we were charging. He was doing completes for $100 less than we were charging. And people kept asking me, what are you going to do? And my only answer, the logical answer, was I'm going to keep tinting my customers' windows, because he's not stealing my customers. You know, as soon as I feel like somebody's stealing my customers, I lose track of the success that I've created for myself already. So we have to stay focused on what's internal and not what's external. And that's a big thing, especially right now. I've seen it in so many different aspects. I see one person, you know, like, let's look at tint schools, for instance. There's a handful of tint schools that's been around for a long, long time. You've got Expel's been doing training. You've got, I'm drawing a blank on names all of a sudden, but lots of companies have been offering training. You've got the tint school down in Jacksonville, Florida, I think they are. You've got, why can't I remember his name? The old dude that did the Pro Tools Now commercial. Brittany, help me out. She's drawing a blank too, or she's not hearing me.
Wait, what? What was going on? I wasn't paying attention.
The old guy that did the Pro Tools Now commercial.
Oh, that's freaking Stan.
Stan Foster. Yeah,
Stan.
he because I was drawing a blank. Everybody's chiming in now to help me with the names. I got old man syndrome. I think I'm getting Alzheimer's, but don't tell anybody. So yeah, and Sean says we look at it like you do. We introduced Tint Fuel energy drinks, and now other people are selling energy drinks within the industry. It's going to happen eventually, and it is. And one thing, naturally, our knee-jerk reaction is to want to turn our focus to those people that are following us. But keep in mind, if you notice somebody following you and whatever it is you're doing, they're not stealing from you. They're admiring you. They're noticing your success. Because if they didn't see you as being successful, they wouldn't be trying to follow you. They wouldn't be trying to ride on your coattail, so to speak. So the only thing for you to do is look at what you're doing, and is it costing you anything? Because there's guys out there buying $35 used kegs that have been alive and running in their own industry for 40 years. They ended up in a truckload somewhere, and some brewery or brew supply place bought them up and started selling them for $35. And then people are buying them, cleaning out the nasty as much as they can, but it's a 40-year-old keg. They're slapping a $10 hose on it and some of the wonkiest sprayer handles that I've ever seen, not paying any attention to what's going on, and they're selling them for $200 or $160 or whatever they are. And at first I wanted to feel like they were taking something from me. When I run a sales report and I realize that they haven't taken a damn thing from me. In fact, if anything, they've actually increased my sales, which I can't tell you what the science is behind that because I personally don't understand. But I do know that competition breeds more business. It just does. The more of these people out there selling kegs, the more kegs I sell. I don't know why, but it hasn't affected my sales. And Sean can probably say the same thing. And I'd imagine the more people that try to push energy drinks into the industry, I think it just makes it more common, and then everybody wants them. So everybody, there's more pie than people think there is. So, and as Rick says, the people that copied him helped him, and it's the truth. And a lot of times we don't see it. And I believe personally, I think that's our ego getting involved, which is okay. I mean, it's human nature. I don't know anybody that when they're doing something and they're feeling good about it, and then all of a sudden notice somebody just started doing the exact same thing, it hurts a little bit. It feels like they're trying to take something from you. And I guess you could say in a way they are, but on the other hand, they're more giving you something than you know. So
I don't know. I mean, well, and then you've got, even if you don't like to admit it, you've got the fact that when there's somebody out there like that trying to copy you, that then encourages you to be even better.
right.
So your audience isn't going to lose. And the people that support you are still going to support you. Competition is healthy, even if it is, you do have that moment of, really, like, I'm already doing this. Then it makes you, all right, so what is this person doing differently? Are they doing something better than me? Should I be looking for better materials? Should I be trying to do this thing or that thing to be different?
Yeah.
And that's only going to be positive.
Yep. If we stay focused on what we've been doing and just ignore the fact that somebody else is doing something that we're doing, then it encourages us to stay ahead. Where, if we get distracted for too long, then whoever's copying you might pass you. But the reality is, it's not a competition thing. Look at your bottom line, run some numbers, and be honest with yourself. Is it my ego being hurt, or is my bottom line being hurt? And just keep in mind, while you run those numbers, that's time that you can't get back. So I've learned to just be flattered, whether it feels good or not, and keep doing what I do, because there is enough. And if you're successful, there is enough to do anyway.
Yeah, but that guy that opened up his shop less than a half mile from us, I had a customer that came in not terribly long ago that decided to tell me what his prices were for things, because the customer was very disgusted at it, which, I wouldn't say that his prices were really egregious or anything. It was just more than that particular customer wanted to spend. But, where he was cheaper than us at one time, he's more expensive now. And again, he's one person, so he can only pump out so much work.
Yeah. And that's the other thing that we lose track of. Every single one of us that's successful is looking for tenors, because we have more work than we can do. And so how can anybody be taking anything away from us if we have more work than we can do? There is more to be had, but we can't find the help to help us have it. So there is enough for everybody. And even if somebody flat out copies what you're doing, case in point. So all these tint schools, they always send the student away with some little pack of tools, and just enough basically to get you started. Now, Matt Blackmer comes in and he says, that's cool and all, but some of this Chinese crap that they're giving away is just garbage. And if you're going to go to school and you want to become a tenor, he felt that you should come out with the same tools that a real tenor would use. At least get a standing chance. Matt spends hundreds and hundreds of dollars on each toolkit. And he gives each tenor exactly what he uses, right down to the tint keg. He gives every student a tint keg, every student a heat gun, bulldozer, side swiper, easy reaches, tri-edge X's, none of that Amazon crap. And all of a sudden, you notice a lot of these other people popping up, and a lot of the companies that are already in or still in, they tend to start changing the way they're doing it. Now they're offering bigger tool packages and stuff. And we were talking about how that irked him at first. And then we got to talking about still his classes are still booked up. He's full every month. He does it once a month, and he's got a full class every month. They're not taking anything away from him, where the gut feeling is. So I don't know if you guys can relate to that or not.
I mean, think about it though. Like, he learned streaming from other streamers, and then he kind of like mimics styles from other streamers from different industries, but still streamers. It doesn't take away from that streamer's views or anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, and I mean, although we put our own twist on it, Tool Talk Tuesday wouldn't really exist without Matt.
No.
Because with his success in streaming and the fact that there's an audience to be reached for everybody, and he helped us immensely with what we're doing. And, it's funny, I saw a post, I think earlier today, it was a guy with like 1 million cameras on his head, and the meme was the window tinner's new headgear. Because it seems like everybody's all of a sudden buying GoPro headsets to do their streaming with, and that stemmed from one person being successful. Now, Matt doesn't let that bother him. In fact, he's flattered by it, and he's flattered to the point where he actually one-on-one helps these people with the things that he's learned to kind of help them not have the same struggles. Where if you let it get to you, you're going to be like, haha, wait till he deals with this, wait till he deals with that. You know, just like people that's, you know, related to Tint Keg. You know, the ones that are willing to talk to me, some of them aren't willing to talk to me. Some of them are like just total avoid the situation because I don't know, maybe a guilt, or maybe it's a competition mentality. But the ones that are willing to talk to me, I'll tell them exactly the struggles that I've had to conquer that I see them going into. And, you know, sometimes they'll listen and they'll be like, oh my God, I really appreciate that. Other times, you know, because they're starting out and haven't sold but maybe 100 sets of whatever they're selling. Oh, I haven't had any problems with that. I think we're just fine, but I'd appreciate you stop talking bad about it. And the reality is, I'm not talking bad about it because I'm bad mouthing anybody. These are struggles that we had to face, you know, the inline filters that we started out with, because, you know, I got caught up in that. Oh my God, this person's got an inline filter. We have to have an inline filter. But they're using 10 PSI rated filters. So we need something that's 150 PSI rated or more. And so we got something, but we overlooked a couple of the materials that were built inside of it, and it caused us problems because it was aluminum housing, and aluminum and water is bad. So anybody that builds a keg for us as an industry and is using aluminum parts, I'm going to warn them, because we replaced a lot of parts free of charge because we give a lifetime warranty on all of our tint keg related items. So that was a big kick in the ass for us, and I was trying to save another person that, and they took offense to it because they're using aluminum parts and they're not going to hear it, and they would appreciate me to stop bad mouthing aluminum parts and tint keg builds. And honestly, you will never find an aluminum part and a tint keg related product anymore. In fact, our inline filters now are polycarbonate and vinyl and stainless steel. There is no other metal parts in there that could cause a problem. And
Well, the
it
other
is what
big
it
one was
is.
chrome plating. Chrome plating was an
Oh,
issue for a minute. And, you know, it's all cool to be like, oh, I'd appreciate if you just stopped talking bad about my parts. But do you know what it's like to have somebody else's customer come to you and say, you know, I spent all this money on this. I am so unhappy. You know, watch this video. And they show you a video of their sprayer literally spitting out little pieces of chrome plating.
yes. Oh my God.
And
We've
you
got
have
some
to sit
nasty
and be
ones.
like, listen, I'm not trying to badmouth this person or what they're doing. But yeah, that shouldn't be happening. And unfortunately, in order for me to fix this for you, you're going to have to spend more money. Or you're going to have to go back and talk to that person and see if they'll make it right with you.
And I can think of one person in particular that was, and you know, what's flattering is the person we're speaking of sells almost the same inline filter as us, which is flattering. I mean, don't get me wrong. I kind of felt better when he was real pigheaded and said, no, there's nothing wrong with his part. But the part that he used to sell is still readily available, but he doesn't sell it no more. So finally, you know, all you can do is try to be helpful, you know, and I will put this out there on record. There is somebody out there telling people to put the inline filter next to the sprayer handle. Don't do that. Oh,
What
you'll
if you
block out
drop
more.
it?
Well, yeah, you drop your hand. I mean, the filter is polycarbonate. It's going to break. It's not indestructible. And besides that, their reasoning is, oh, forward thinking, you're going to block more contaminants. Now,
How?
how many contaminants are you getting in your water between the tank and the sprayer when it's a sealed hose? Unless you're
And the
selling,
sealed tank, once you
well,
fill it, it gets sealed up. It's not like it's just sitting there open.
so degradation of rubber is real if constant exposure to water exists. Now we use a hose with a
That's why we
silicone
don't use
lining.
rubber.
I know, but there's only one other person, except for those people that'll go buy the Flexilla hose sets and then leave the aluminum connectors on, which is bad. But most everybody else just buys the cheap rubber hose or something to that effect, and then you're going to have rubber breakdown. And then it would make sense to get the inline filter as close to this as possible. But the problem with that, obviously, is that you've got this chunky filter bouncing around with you while you're spraying. It's got clamps holding the hose to the thing, which could scratch a door panel or cause a problem. Just don't do that.
Well, even
But
if we take the clamps out of it, you know how many installers I know that whether they want to admit it or not, when they get done spraying something, they just toss their hose.
I know it makes me cringe. Actually, I
Especially
did
if
that.
you have a brass handle, because they're not as worried about breaking it.
Hellman says that's how you make sparkle tint.
It's custom, sir.
Custom.
Custom.
Nobody else has anything like it. Talk about forward thinking. But yeah, so I mean, when it comes to business, let's try to put competition out of your head. They're not taking anything from you. They should not be fueling any kind of fire in you, unless, of course, you're flattered enough to want to give them something else to follow. You know, if you want to, if it helps drive improvement within, then it's probably okay. But if it's taking focus away from within because you're looking out there at what they're doing, you're losing. And that's no good. Nobody needs that in their life. So
Well, it's like the lobster analogy. Have you ever heard the lobster analogy?
no.
So the lobster analogy goes like this. As a lobster grows, you know, they've got hard shells, but they shed them to grow new shells. So
Say that
what
fast.
yeah, right. What prompts the lobster to shed its shell and then be vulnerable to predators and have to hide under rocks until it grows back is that the shell physically becomes too small and it creates a lot of discomfort. So you need that discomfort stimulus to grow. Apply that to business or pretty much anything else in your life. If you're uncomfortable, it's time to grow. If another person comes out with something and it's making you uncomfortable and you're worried about your bottom line being hurt, it's time to grow.
Time to focus on your bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
And I've worked for a lot of people over the years, and I've worked with a lot of people over the years, and I've seen the mentality really take a business down. You know, somebody becomes so consumed on what somebody else is doing, they don't even realize that the reason that they're consumed with what that other person is doing because they were doing better at one point. And their discomfort didn't make them grow. Their discomfort smothered them. I don't know. I've learned a lot of stuff over the years from a lot of people, good and bad. You know, I mean, you can only learn so much what to do from people, but if you broaden your mind and you watch what not to do, you know, and if you notice somebody copying somebody else and that's distasteful to you, then that gives you a direction to go. You know, make your own path. The way that I make my own path is I look at myself as a window tinter and it's like, what do I want? How do I want to be treated? You know, like for instance, let's see if I can show it. So we for years sold a ton of Avery Dennison window film. Avery Dennison, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's a fantastic window film. And there is a lot of things as a window tinter that I don't appreciate about the company that I would do different. Well, a few years back, 5 years, 6 years, I don't know, a few years back, we came up with Helios window film. One thing that we learned is that there is no one manufacturer out there that gives us the whole lineup of what me as a window tinter wants. So we got a couple of different manufacturers making film for us. But I also was skeptical as a window tinter. I've always known that something needs to have a track record. So once we passed the 5-year mark and we realized that we're not going to have a problem with our window film, now I talk about it a little bit more, and you guys hear me talk about Helios window film. And a lot of you guys probably believe that Helios window film is a brand new product, and it's really not. Helios has been around for 5-6 years now. And one thing that people that use my Helios window film, whether you use the Orbit, which is dyed, the Nova, which is carbon, or the ceramic, which is the Supernova, people tend to fall in love with my window film. So in such a short period of time, normally I would, and let me go ahead and see if I can't put this picture up and maybe move this background back just a little bit over here. This cart used to be full of Avery window film, and I have not changed a single Avery well, I can't say that. I've stopped Avery customers from leaving me by offering them a sample of Helios window film. But this cart is absolutely heaping full of Helios window film.
Yeah,
And
look at that. 4 control logs. 4 control logs.
Alex, they don't
Alex,
know what
they
that
don't know what
means.
control logs are. You have to explain.
Oh. If a package, not the order, just the one package is worth over $1,000, it has to be signed by a UPS driver.
And why is that?
Insurance
high claim something. I don't know.
Yeah, insurance purposes.
It's expensive. It's
expensive. They got to make sure that if you're going to insure something for that amount of money, then they need the UPS driver to make sure it's packaged properly, because they would never mess up a package like that. So yeah, that's my 2 minutes on why my film is the greatest. Hey, what's up, Trace? And honestly, and what's up, Chris? We were all having conversation when you said hey earlier. But yeah, so I have a dyed film that's made by a company that everybody knows, and everybody knows this film lasts forever. You know, one thing I'm not going to sell you is a product that's going to fail in a few years. Even if you're down south, it doesn't matter. And from there, my carbon is just as good as anybody's carbon film. And it's like some of the easiest stuff to shrink and work with, and it's wonderful. And the ceramic, the reason I picked the ceramic that I picked, because my ceramic has about an 80%, 85% IR rejection. And everyone's like, well, you know, they got 95% IR rejection film out there. I know. I've looked at and tried many of them. And I'm sorry, but up here in Michigan, window tint is a novelty. And I experience the customer complaints probably more than the Southern people do as far as the haze. And I have a ceramic that gives you as much performance. I mean, it's got like a 60-something% teaser rating. It's phenomenal. It's an excellent window film, even in the South, even in Arizona, even where the sun shines all day long. And it's crystal clear. Like if you can see the haze, you probably won't be able to convince another person that that's haze. It's just that clear. And I'm not willing to compromise that by going with a few percentage higher IR rejection, because customers that experienced my film is just, they don't complain. So there's that. No problem, Matt. We appreciate your support. We are doing things. We are making things happen. And it's like 90 something degrees outside. It's stupid hot out there.
Yeah, I walked from my laundry room to my garage, which I don't know, Rick, how far would you say that is?
20,
Maybe
25
like,
feet.
yeah. Yeah, I walked from there to there and I was sweating and I was like, yeah, this is stupid. This is why I don't live where the bugs get big.
Yes, because if it's like that too much of the year, the bugs get big. We get bugs in Michigan, but we get enough cold weather that they don't
But they
last
go
long.
back to hell where they belong in the wintertime.
Yeah, like Texas, where it's 110 degrees right now.
Ew.
That's yucky. You know, we go down to the conference. We go down to Texas to the conference, or we went to West Palm Beach to the conference. You guys got humidity like it's next level shit. I don't even no. And the thing is, that's like end of September, early October kind of stuff. And up here, it's like super comfortable and wonderful that time of year. Down there, it's like 90 degrees with 160% humidity. I don't even get it.
You know, I love San Antonio. From inside buildings. It's
I
great.
don't. They keep it too goddamn cold.
No, that's the thing though, is their air conditioning game is on point. Their air conditioning is so extreme. If you walk from the outside to the inside or the inside to the outside, your body has a second where it feels like it might explode from the sudden temperature change.
Yeah.
But you guys, no wonder your guys' power grid is crashing and stuff with all the AC you use.
Maybe they should just try having better climate. You know, I personally am a firm believer that if you can leave milk out on the counter for 2 days and it doesn't spoil, your fucking AC is running too hard. That's just me. But we also definitely have a different climate up here. So, you know, if I had to live down there 24/7, 365, maybe I'd get extreme like that too. So.
Oh, Billy's here.
Billy, it's all good. I told Billy, I popped on his feed and I was like, I'm chilling over here because I got fired.
When we started, like right before we started, I realized that Billy was live. I found the notification and I was like, oh dang, now I gotta miss Billy. But it's okay, I'll go back, I'll watch it later.
That is the thing too. That's something that used to never be a real thing. Nobody went live. So like if you, oh, she left and she's back. She's got to push this button, right?
Oh, child. Run, child.
So yeah, that's the thing. You know, once upon a time, you used to be able to have a live anytime you wanted to. It was no big deal. And now it's almost like if you don't have a regular scheduled live, you almost got to go through all the pages and see who's live to see if it's even worth going live because, you know, this person or that person.
We'll find her in a minute. Go inside and talk to Daddy. She just woke up from her nap. She's very crabby.
Don't worry, Billy. Did you get your
things?
You got to load thing? Oh, you know what? Ryan does work here. He could load things. Although today there is a lot of things to load. Oh, actually, I think Ryan's not here. Ryan's making the USPS run.
Oh.
Yeah, so since we started doing the free UPS shipping over $50, anybody who spends less than $50, they get the USPS shipping and they pay a flat rate. And that way any leftovers helps pay for the people that got the free shipping, because I don't know if you guys know the profit margins or not, but $50 worth of tools and free UPS ground shipping means I actually lose money selling you products, but that's okay
not
because
a bad idea.
those people that buy less than $50, they help pay for that. So it actually works itself out. And oddly enough, you know, I have people in my part of the industry asking me, how do you even afford that? And I don't know, because honestly, my weekly UPS rate is about the same as it's always been, but I'm selling more products now. So it's balanced itself out. I think that the more products that I'm selling is compensating for the couple $1,000s a week that I'm giving UPS. And it just, I'm selling more products, but I'm not making more money. That's how I afford it. We're still here. We're still making at least as much as we was making, and we're making a lot more people happy. So there's more winners than losers in this part, I think, is how I afford it. I mean, would I like that extra $2,000 a week? Yeah, because that would be income, wouldn't it? I'd like $2,000
I
in
mean,
income
you
a
don't
week.
want too much income though. The government will come
I
take
know.
it.
Well, not just that, but you know, I mean, have you seen I got this Jeep addiction that is sucking me dry. I don't know. This Jeep was way more project than I thought I signed up for. But I'm almost to the end of it, I think, till something else breaks or something else is shiny and I think I need it.
Yeah, Mom keeps telling me how her Jeep is done. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, for now. Till you find
It's
something
done.
else. And she's like, no, it's at least done until the lease is up and I buy it. I was like, yeah, like I said, for now.
I've been trying to talk her into putting 40-inch tires on it. She's not interested. I'm like, you could do so much more with 40-inch tires. You should see the rocks that I climbed over this last weekend. That was just crazy. And I asked her, are you ready? And she's like, I ain't doing that with my Gladiator.
Well, you see,
Yeah.
Ryan says Jeep's sucking you dry. You should try being addicted to a shit box. So funny story. Rick's Jeep is both.
It is. But it runs
Do
better
you
than
have a
it probably did
speedometer
brand new.
yet?
Yeah, I got a speedometer. I've got a
You actually
speedometer.
installed in the car?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I bought a GPS one because I can't decide what size wheels I want. So rather than mess it up every time, I bought a GPS speedometer. It goes right where the factory speedometer was, and it's fantastic. It's like I always know how fast I'm going.
what was
But
it?
with these,
What they disconnected your fuel gauge too, didn't they?
no, there was no fuel gauge. There was no sending unit in the tank. I'm like, why wouldn't you have that? They're like, it's an off-road rig. I'm like, yeah, but it's still nice to know when your fucking tank is empty. Duh. So yeah, I got a gas gauge. I even got a fuel pressure gauge because, well, I was having fuel delivery issues. So I needed something inside the cab to monitor it in case that's what it was. And Ryan's like, but I got almost 500 horsepower in his shitbox. He's got a shitbox Ford van.
Oh, I was gonna
And
say he drives a rate van, doesn't he?
well, his rate van that he drives is a Chevy, but his shitbox is
Oh,
a Ford. He's got
oh,
3 vans. So he's got one's a shitbox that he's got an LS motor. He's almost 500 horsepower and it's just crazy. Then he's got his rate van, and then he's got a camper van because, you know, sometimes you need to go camping, and the other 2 aren't suitable for that. So,
cool.
but I hear he might buy a sports car here pretty soon.
How do you go from
Right.
a rate van to that?
Well, because he's driven vans so he used to do flooring, and so he was always needing a van. And now he's beginning to rethink life and wonder if maybe he doesn't need a sports car.
You see, that's the problem though, is I went from a small car to SUV, and then another SUV. And now I'm like, SUVs are great. Do you know how much shit I can put in this? I wouldn't be able to go back to a small car. I've got too much stuff.
It's the Stinger GT soon to come. We have a customer that's got a Stinger. It's pretty sweet, but every time he comes to visit, he has bad luck. First time he
Oh,
came to
that's
visit, David,
yeah, the guy from
Ohio.
Indianapolis. Oh,
Ohio.
he's from Ohio, yeah.
Yeah, Dayton. So yeah, he'd come visit me. First time he come visit me, he left and decided he was going to go into Detroit for some Detroit style pizza, and
Didn't he get hit by a
something
rock?
flew up. Yeah, a big rock or something flew up, and it just nailed his front fascia and felt so bad. And then one day he was going to drive up. I was going to meet him on a Sunday. We were going to get him some film, and then we were going to go to the shooting range and shoot guns because that's cool too. And he got about a half an hour from home, and somebody fucking T-boned him. And so the next day I just drove his film down there because he still needed his film, but his Sunday was ruined. So his option to come meet me on Sunday and get film wasn't there. That I felt, man, I felt bad for him. So like now if he's going to come visit, I strongly urge him to bring his wife's car because it just seems more logical to me. But you know, that's what we do.
Yeah. Cars are
Ryan
fun.
says that, Ryan says that his shipbox doesn't have floorboards for 3/4 of the back half.
That's a feature.
That is. It's almost like having a glass bottom boat, only for potholes.
I mean, it would make it less effective as a rate van, but like otherwise, it's a feature.
It is.
Yeah. But all right, Alex, I'll stop stealing your spotlight. I gotta go get some kids into therapy, so I will talk to you guys later.
All good. Later.
Well,
See
thanks
you,
for stopping by, Brittany.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you next time. Like bloop, gone. Boom.
Wow. Yeah, she gets no showtime. I had to let her take it off. You know.
She's a good talker. I could close my screen and she just, although she gets sidetracked. So like I'm like Brittany, entertain everybody, and then I go run away, and I'll come back and she's talking about dating advice and stuff, and it's like, oh, that's not what this is about, is it? She's like, well, you wasn't here. Oh, okay, cool. And that's probably why everybody liked her so much. She probably saved a lot of relationships out there. Ask Alex shit loud and bangs in the back. How's that bang in the back when it don't have floorboards? Just saying.
That's exactly how it bangs in the back, because it
It
doesn't
don't
have
have
a lot
floorboards?
of things. Yeah, it's just everything rattles. I feel like the thing's gonna fall apart. It's like the ultimate like Final Destination vehicle. But it's got oh shit handles, so it's okay. If anything goes wrong, you can just hold on to the handlebars, you'll be okay.
Well, like Brittany said, that's a feature. I bet you nobody ever asked him to haul anything in that, because like it'll fall out the bottom.
Right.
It won't work.
And the
Charles,
door
what's
doesn't
up?
open.
And you're not late, Charles. You're here, and we're here, so you're not late. You did miss a lot of the topic stuff, which I don't even know what that was. Oh yeah, stealing stuff. I got my lecturing out of the way, so that's a good thing.
Oh yeah, it's my vape.
Your vape? What?
Yeah, Brian got my vape for me. I told him to go get me a vape.
Oh. Yeah, I noticed that smoky stuff wasn't coming out of your face today. Actually,
Yeah,
I didn't notice.
It died a couple hours ago. I keep trying to see if like it'll randomly work, but it's no luck.
No, still nothing.
Oh,
Oh,
a
that
little
was
bit.
something.
Yeah.
Oh,
It had no flavor to it though. It was like all formaldehyde or whatever the fuck they put in it. I just cussed.
You did. I cussed a couple times already. I'm really bad at it today.
It happens when you get frustrated.
Yeah. I'm frustrated because I'm tired. Because I didn't sleep enough because I went to bed way too late. You know, I'm an old man. I tend to try to go to bed by 10. And it was like 1 last night. And, you know, my alarm still goes off at 5:30 for some stupid reason. But I skipped it until 6:30 because I thought I needed that extra hour. I'm not sure that it helped any. Then the very first thing that happens when I come in today, I don't like digging for keys and shit to unlock the doors, and I got a push button for the garage door in my car, so I just pull up and open the door and come in, and then I go to close the door and it says no cable tension error and it won't shut, and I'm like, sun's beating through the door, and I'm like, this ain't good because we do air condition the place, even though these guys will tell you I don't, because I keep it on like 76, and it's enough to keep the humidity down, not enough to freeze you. And so it is warm, but we got 5,000 square feet of not very insulated building to cool, and it's a lot. So
Is it Ryan?
it is Ryan.
Yes.
Now your vape.
You'll see me get a nicotine buzz live. Hell yeah. Thank you. Strawberry cream.
This
Heck yeah.
is the closest thing they had to what you wanted.
I told you I wanted anything except cool mint.
I know, and most of the things were meant.
No, mint's fine, just not cool mint. Like straight
gotta be-
mint.
It's got to be warm mint.
You?
Cancer.
Oh, and he got me.
Mail?
Yeah, nothing valuable. People trying to solicit from me.
Ryan wants to
Seems to
learn
be-
how to use the slitter.
He does. But you're not allowed to smile and laugh when you're using the splitter. So, I mean, how's he going to do that?
Happiness. None of that around here. Oh yeah, nicotine buzz for sure. I'm like convinced that the last half of a Breeze vape doesn't contain any more nicotine, because then when you get a fresh one, like you definitely get a nicotine buzz.
Or you only think it's the last half, but it's really been out for hours and it's just
Yeah.
not doing what it's supposed to do.
It's just fake flavored smoke.
Fun fact. You ready? Can you hear me?
What?
When you get to the last half of when the nicotine stops hitting, it's only vegetable glycerin or vegetable glycerin and glycol.
Oh wow.
Polypropylene glycol.
Polypropylene glycol and vegetable glycerin. That's probably why it's bad for people with diabetes to vape, because you're just mainlining glycerin.
Might as well just fucking do you a line of sugar and snort it.
Takes me back to middle school. Good old fun dip and pixie sticks.
Fun dip and pixie sticks. You know, I remember when I got to the grade. What grade was it? I think it was like 8th grade. I used to take my lunch money and I could buy a glass bottle of Mountain Dew and a candy bar. And then I discovered that with my lunch money, I could buy a pack of cigarettes. So, fun fact, a pack of cigarettes used to cost the same as a bottle of pop and a candy bar. So, inflation hits some things harder than others. Because now a pack of cigarettes is freaking ridiculous. You know, if I quit smoking, I'd have more money for Jeep parts. I'll be grumpy for a while. I don't know how long it'll last. I know last time I tried to quit, it was the worst 45 minutes of my life.
That's pretty
Ryan,
funny.
Ryan, Ryan almost made it a whole day once. I was like, fuck, if I can make a whole day, I'd probably go to jail for murder.
Ryan and I both tried to quit nicotine at the same time, and we both tapped out at the same time. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go get a vape. He's like, I'm right there with you.
And I think cigarettes have become more fire safe because even when you're smoking them, they just go out. Although if you sit them in the ashtray, they'll sit there and burn right up. I think they did something right. Did
do
something
we
backwards.
do we still have Tallman in here? What's the
Well, he
vape
hasn't
sit-
said it. He
Yeah.
hasn't said anything in a while.
What's the vape situation in Georgia? You guys got them down there? I know some states don't allow it.
Yeah, you better stock up. Well, isn't Michigan gonna not allow most of it soon? He am here.
He is here. Nice. I don't know. October's a long ways from now. I might be done vaping by then. We'll see.
I don't think so, Alec. You're not making a lot of progress.
Dude, Rick, you're gonna have to show me around. You're gonna have to tell me all the good places to eat while I'm down there.
Yeah, so like right the weekend after the the weekend after the family reunion, me and Mary have a pre-planned trip and it's just going to make things too tight. So Alex is going to be going down to the family reunion to represent us cuz I ain't going to be able to pull it off. So otherwise I have to be gone for too long.
And I'm excited. I've never been to Georgia before. I've been in Georgia's aerial space, but that's it because I flew over Georgia. But other than that,
Does that actually count for something?
I don't know. I've seen Georgia with my own eyes underneath me, but we got one booth spot left. I was thinking about it, but I don't know. Cause like I don't know. Like having a booth would be cool, but then having to like man the booth, seeing like it's just gonna be me, my wife, and my baby. So like I don't know. Oh, we'd have to make it pretty. We'd have to bring one of the banners down there.
You'd have to get a bigger car.
Ooh, what if we did a 35% 24-inch Helios giveaway down there?
God knows we got enough of it. By the way, if you guys didn't know and you want to try out and you have any use for 35% window film, right now I got 20-inch rolls of Orbit for like $50. 35%. So go to the website and check that out. $65 for a 24-inch roll of 35% Orbit. Just because seems like the entire world uses 36 and 40 inch and we have to buy it by the 60 inch, so we cut it down, and then when it's lopsided like that we get way too many short rolls, so that's what we have a lot of in short rolls. And Nova, we have a similar sale. I don't remember the prices, but they're stupid cheap too.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap.
Still under $100 for both 20 and 24-inch 35. So Ryan's still talking about his shitbox because he's all advertised up. Ryan's like, I will put everybody's sticker on my shitbox. He's even got something that says like squid farmers or something like that. I don't remember what it says, but something about squids.
Now he's shooting for the Fig Newtons across the windshield.
Just like Ricky Bobby. Is that Ricky Bobby?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
I think I'm gonna wrap
What?
the Buick.
Gonna
Or I'm
wrap the
gonna
few.
yeah, I'm gonna try to wrap the Buick.
Oh,
Yeah.
you need a nice tint keg wrap.
No, we're thinking of like something from Metro Restyling, like a gold. Well,
Okay,
like
we'll do a tint keg wrap with gold highlights. It'll be fun.
I don't think my wife's gonna go for that. Maybe
It's okay.
I'll wrap the hood in tin keg for Window Film Revolution.
What's up, Don?
Dude,
It has not been that long, Don.
Dad doesn't like us. He doesn't visit us anymore.
He's busy. I think he's in a couple of days. He's having a big event at his new place he's opening up. Finally. Are we still on schedule, Don? You should see this place, Alex. I don't know if you got to see pictures, but he has went way over budget on this new building, and it shows. It's like everybody downriver is going to be like, what?
We gotta get one of those news reporting ambulances.
Oh, yeah. Grand opening August 11th through 13th. Oh, I thought it was sooner than that, but that still gives you a little bit of time to breathe. I'm still waiting on hose.
Where is that? What time? What day is that? August. Ooh, Wednesday and Thursday.
Of course, that's how that works, Alex. Don't you
Dang, I
know
was gonna
everything?
suit and tie, go out there, shake some
Suit and
hands.
tie?
Yeah,
Suit and tie.
yeah, it's grand opening.
Get you a tuxedo and a top
tin
hat.
keg, tin keg tie.
Oh, a tint keg top hat. Oh my God, that would be so fantastic.
Nice.
In the new pace in about a week and a half. So hopefully by the first, is that what we're shooting for? Can you believe it's already almost August and seems like just yesterday I was wondering if summer was going to start. I think the summer has officially started though. Yeah. I feel like summer's officially started.
For sure.
Do we have
It
any of those
kinda is.
keychains? We should show off those keychains.
Yeah, the bottle openers. Ooh, the
Well, I was
bottle
thinking
openers.
of bottle openers. Yeah. I was thinking a top hat because, you know, you could make the part that goes up look just like a tint keg. You could even do a custom burn away.
That's funny.
Hey, I wonder if Tim would be able to do that from T-Town.
Where
We need a
is he?
custom top hat. He was here, I think.
You know who I haven't seen today?
Oh.
Weimer.
I saw a DW here in the beginning. He's probably doing things and stuff. Oh, that's one. Yeah, it's over here. Look at that. Bottle openers. Even got a hole for your keychain.
For all you beer and cream soda drinkers.
Beer and Corona and cream soda. Actually, there's more than Corona now with pop top bottle caps, isn't there?
Yeah. Are you guys not getting the YouTube comments anymore? Lobo
Oh my
Mo.
God. I haven't got one since Cash at 417. Oh my God, we're not. Let me see. Um,
Oh, GW is here. He's been here.
Okay, so restream. Okay, I opened it up in another window so I can see the comments, but yeah, no, we're not getting. Ryan Wilcox is on board with the top hat. Oh my God, so many. Lobo, no, we're not. So the well, that's fucked up. Why is it stupid technology? And I'm pretty sure that's
Okay.
one we can't fix.
Here, I'm just on I'm on my phone. Lobo. I'm not sure if Jules stopped yet. I see a lot of class action lawsuits on them. DW, get more work so you can buy more stuff. And you do need all the stickers. Lobo, test. Cash was responding to DW. You can't make money if you don't spend money. Tell him, Cash. That's a real lesson in life. DW wants to know if this is a pre-recorded stream. T-Town's like, I'm here. What do you need? And T-Town also says he can make the big bottle openers for sure. Oh, a top hat that is a bottle opener. That'd be
Oh,
sweet.
wow, now we're talking.
Yeah. Wait, how do you make the stream the chat pop up?
Um, you go to chat and you click chat overlay and new comments will display here. But if it's only showing us the Facebook, then yeah, it's funny because usually it drops the Facebook and only shows YouTube. So that's weird.
So weird.
And we got 9 people in YouTube watching that probably feels like we've just flat been ignoring them. I feel so bad.
He says David says he can only see some Facebook. I stopped commenting because it seemed like you weren't receiving, so I thought I'd text you about it. LOL. Well, thanks, Lobo, because we didn't even notice. I was just kind of
Yeah,
like, wow, it's kind of dead in here. Usually you guys are saying all the cool things. David, are you going to window film the WFR family reunion?
of course he is.
He
Not.
needs to.
He should. He needs to go to events like that because he'll realize that there is so much more to this industry than just tinting windows and talking smack on life.
Invasion, what's up? Everything's going good over here on our end. Had a
Except for the YouTube comments. And the opening audio. I guess that was kind of funky too. And the garage door this morning. So, God, if I let this stuff build up and get to me, I'd be having an awful day. Wonder what else went wrong today. I don't know. But most of it seems to have gone right.
oh crap. DW, that's a good point. He says, no, I'm broke and got school. I got school too. I gotta be on top of my stuff. Yes, I do, Ryan. I'm a responsible young adult.
Young adult.
Yeah.
By the time I was your age, I was a grown ass man, and people better stop calling me a kid.
Yeah.
Now I wish they'd call
Don't
me a kid again.
don't call me old. I'm a kid. Don't eat at the Varsity and ATL. Terrible hot dogs. You got it. I don't know. I'm not really a huge hot dog person. I like Coney's in Detroit. That's as far as I go with it. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Someone's talking about me. 23 on Sunday. Dude, our numbers are flopped. I'm about to be 32 in August.
Wow. And I'm gonna stay the age I am until next year.
Dude, we got a prep guy at 10 squad that's 18. And I looked at him. I was like, wow. I was a freshman in high school while you were being born. And he was like, he started cracking up.
He's like, dude, you're old.
I was like, I asked him if he knew what dial-up was, and he had no idea. And he was like, "Come on, like AOL." He's like, "Nah." There's a lot of things he didn't know about. He had like no musical taste either. Like the only thing he's ever listened to, like it seemed like his whole life, was Juice World.
What the hell's a Juice World?
It's like he's that rapper that I think like passed away or something.
Rappers aren't even rappers anymore. I don't even want to hear it. They just make up words that sound like each other and call it a rhyme. And it's like
Yeah,
their
he
lyrics
passed
make
away.
no sense.
Oh, I remember Juice World now.
Put that on
Well,
a t-shirt.
Lobo Mo's. Put that on a t-shirt. Lobo Mo's hip. He probably knows all about Juice World.
Juice World.
Lobo Mo is probably the most hip person in the industry.
He's funnier than you are when it comes to telling jokes.
Hey Lobo, what did the one plate
TW
say
said,
to
what
the
the
other
hell is
plate?
Juice World? Alex, what
Huh?
did one plate say to the other plate?
Dinner's on me. Dude, I can't wait until my daughter's like old enough to like talk and like understand stuff because I'm gonna be messing with her hard.
Alex is just building up the dad jokes. Just remember, you got basically from when she's 3 until she's 5, because at the age of 6, she's going to tell you you're stupid. Stop it.
Gotta take
She's going to
advantage of
crush your
it.
dreams.
She's at that part where like she's wants to repeat things and doesn't know how. So I've been sounding out letters for her. Cause like she goes like all the time. So I was like, bah. And then she did it. And then she's got this little stuffed animal. It's a ghost. It's like a stuffed ghost. And we call it Boo. So I've been teaching her that its name is Boo. So now she like holds it up and she says Boo. And we get all excited and like clap for her and stuff. And so she's like learning.
Most parents
Not
focus on what she's going to say, mama or dada first. And these guys are like, boo.
yeah, it's her third word. Dad was first, mom was second, now boo. It's the third word.
So how did that go over?
Huh? To
How
Ryan?
did how did dad being first go over?
Mm-mm. I don't know. We were trying for mom for a long time, and then it just came out. She's just like, Dad.
Yeah, she was trying to say, Dad, make her stop. She keeps trying to make me say her name.
And She won't say bottle, but when she's hungry, she just goes, mmm. And that means she wants her bottle. It's pretty funny.
Well, bottle's a multi-syllable big word.
And then like sounds. She'll like make sounds and we just go back and forth. Like I do the copycat game where she makes a noise and then I make the noise and then she looks at me all concentrated and then she'll make a noise again and then I'll repeat after her and then she just dies laughing. We'll
Ah,
do that for like 30 minutes straight. It's so fun.
oh yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like
it's
the
exactly Billy, and that's how it was with me. Like I didn't want to be the one to win. Like I didn't really feel that there was any reason, and like somehow,
no.
just
That's
as
that's
bad
a mom
appers.
thing. That's a mom thing. That affects the moms the most.
And like we think it might be because I spend less time with her because I'm like here, most of the day, and like she's with Casey all the time, and then she's just like just so used to being around her mom, and then when she finally gets to see me, she's just like all excited. Like when I get home, she wants to do nothing but like hang out with me, and then like we're cuddle buddies, like we always pass out on the bed together.
My
Um,
dog's the same way.
I wish
Mary
my dog
usually.
was the same way, but he would just sit there licking you the whole time.
What's funny is so I get home. Usually Mary's home before me, so she'll be sitting in there. The dog will be laying on the floor by the door, and I'll come in and Cece gets up and comes says hi to me and everything. I pet her and I tell her hi, and then I sit down, and then Cece will walk over and start barking at Mary, and we ain't quite figured out what that's all about yet, but it's pretty normal. What's really funny is when I beat Mary home, I'll go in there and I'll sit down and say hi to Cece and everything, and she'll lay down by the door, and Mary comes home and she gets up and sees Mary, and Mary says hi and everything and sits down, and then Cece goes over and barks at Mary. So Mary can't win. There's something about when we both get there, it's time to bark at Mary. And we used to think it was because I hadn't fed her yet, or because Mary hadn't fed her yet, and now we're both there, so it must be time to eat. But we started feeding her as soon as one of us gets home. We'll feed her, and the other one gets home, and then she goes and barks at Mary. I don't know. It's the coolest thing for me. Although it's still annoying because she barks like she does not use her inside voice. Not even a little bit. Fish sandwich. I'm all out of drinks. We never made coffee today, did we?
No, coffee had me feeling a little weird yesterday, so I just kind of steered away from it today.
I
I
finished
think
my tea.
I had too much.
I'm gonna go get a lemonade. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Take it from
Ah, trying to lose weight, but no snacks. Dude, I'm not trying to lose weight, but I've been switching up a lot of dieting. Um, no sugar. I've been just drinking these like aha things. It just reminds me of beer without the alcohol. But I still slam it down. It doesn't taste good, but I'll kill the whole can in like 10 seconds because that's just how I am with things. Snack machine looking at me weird. We don't have a snack machine. We have a snack box and a snack box lady. Gotta call you. Dude, you do. And also, um, I never got added into that group. No rush. I'm sure I'm not missing out on a whole lot, but yeah. For those that don't know, Window Film Revolution has a premium option where you can be a subscribing member. Go to windowfilmrevolution.com for more details. They have a couple different subscription options. You can do the the distributor option, you can do the installer option, you can do the tint shop option. They all have their own unique things about them. A little too much to list because there's just so much. But if you go on there, give it a check it out. You know, if you're not like DW, you probably make some decent money. So go and help and support your industry with that. And I'm just kidding, DW. I know what it feels like. I actually just got laughed at by Ryan. It was more than being laughed at. It was more of like a what the hell's wrong with you? Because Ryan's like, yo, you want to go down on some boat motors and fix them up and we'll flip them? And I'm like, dude, I don't got money to put down on a boat motor to like flip. Oh, oh, and another thing just hit me. Um, how many of you guys are a member of the Window Film Revolution tinning page? Because I don't know if you've seen or not. Um, Corey Case and I were given the honor of doing this Thursday's tint keg and tint tool giveaway. And so yeah, we're gonna be going live on the Window Film Revolution page at 8 p.m. Eastern. This week's tank giveaway is brought to us by Matico. If you don't know who Matico is, I feel like this is kind of blasphemy. But they are a window film company and they provide good film and they have good people that work there and yeah, good friendly little circle over there. And they are giving away a tint keg. So that is very nice of them to be a part of this bigger picture that we're all involved in. All you got to do is just find that post on Window Film Revolution and, just comment on it. It could be an appreciation comment. It could be something as little as, yo, I'm here. And I don't think I mentioned how I've decided to pick the winners, but how I'm going to pick the winner is one person random from the post. And then when we go live, I will pick one winner from somebody who comments on that page. Um, yeah, I think I might do it that way. You and Corey Case are the two early sneak ins on the membership. What does that mean?
So provocative.
I don't know. I heard that, Window Film Revolution, Rick Tallman, and all the sponsors, they're out here doing big things. And I was very disappointed to find out how few people are actually subscribed to Window Film Revolution. And how many people are members of the Facebook group and take advantage of all the cool things that are going on. But, I feel like there's not a lot of interest in people giving back for some reason. And so I don't know. I felt it was kind of like an obligated duty of mine to like be a member, you know? Oh, Rick, he says he wants to be a get he wants to come in. Rick wants to talk.
He's going to say things. Okay, we've got about 20 minutes left. Let me.
Invasion. This is gonna be on Facebook. Yes. If you find me on Facebook, add me as a friend and I can point you into the directions. What if I did it spin the wheel style with our wheel spinner?
What if you did?
What if I
I
came
don't even
here
know.
on Thursday at 8 o'clock and then used Restream and went off official with it?
What if you did?
That'd be dope.
Hellman, is your number still 0011? Because I'm going in the Sun Distributing database.
Oh, I have
Did
his
it-
number somewhere. I texted to you. All right, I'm texting it to your phone.
What am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know. Oh, he just put it on there.
Well, what am I supposed to do with that? Where is it?
If I did the Beach Boys, ooh, I'd probably make Lobo proud. Ryan and I were singing Beach Boys for like 30 minutes at the start of our day. I'm sure Rick really enjoyed that.
Oh, I was fighting with a door and you guys came in making all kinds of crap noise that I didn't like. I was not ready to be happy yet.
Ooh, there you go.
No, no. All right. Let's get this redneck in here. He's going to come in and tell you guys things. He's excited. I did hate you this morning and most of the day too. Quick question for anyone watching. GraphTech S9, actually that should be a 9160. What degree blade pressure and speed for PPF? We use a 45 degree blade personally. You can use a 60. Either or will be fine. Do not use your 30, but a 45 cuts just fine for us. So, hey, look, it's the Mr.
Rick!
Tallman guy.
It's the Rick
I think we need to
show.
do another contest and see if we can't get enough comments and stuff to get you to shave your beard. I saw pictures of you without the beard. Oh my God, you look so much better without a beard. I just wanted to tell you that.
No, don't tell him that. Oh no, we can't hear the Rick.
Oh, yeah, we got no audio, Rick. What's going wrong? You have to fix it. He's like, shit, let me put my glasses back on so I can see. Gotta go into the settings and figure out which button you pushed wrong. No, got nothing. I'm hearing nothing. I think you got the wrong microphone selected in your settings. There's a little gear thing.
Yay, there we go.
What's
Yep.
up?
I can hear you
Yeah,
now.
we got a little delay in the audio, but it is working.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, yep.
Awesome, awesome, sweet. I can take my glasses off now.
Oh, Brian Fell says Captain Caveman. Yeah. For those that remember, there's a few in here that might not be old enough.
I loved Captain Caveman when I was
Oh
a kid,
man,
watching
no shit.
Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah. Do they even have Saturday morning cartoons anymore? Now it's like the Cartoon Network or some shit where you just get cartoons all day, every day.
Well, like, back in the day, there was only a few channels, right? So everybody was basically watching the same stuff every Saturday.
You know, if you think about it, back in the day, that put us on some sort of a schedule. We had a routine.
Yes.
These days, there's no routine. We have fucked up our own society. Everyone wants to blame the president, but it was us. We built
we're
up all
all
these
we're all
networks. We got 24-hour cooking shows. We got 24-hour cartoon networks. We've got adult cartoons. I mean, we fucked everything up.
it's like clusterfuck on top of clusterfuck, and hell, most individual lives is a clusterfuck.
Yes. Yes.
So no. What I was telling Alex was about y'all snuck in early. Like, so I haven't really been talking about the membership or nothing. Like, the website's up and going, but like I wasn't really gonna officially launch it until the reunion. But so I didn't really tell nobody it was even up. And then Alex, and Corey, they both just found it and decided to go ahead and jump on. But something Alex said a few minutes ago, that really got me giddy and excited was, he felt like it was his duty or calling to help us because we've been helping, and those are the exact type of people we're looking for. If we get enough just window tenors that join up, we'll put money back into everything. And like, really, if y'all think it's blowing up just with the sponsor money, and like, a few, about 3 or 4 of us individuals have also put a lot of our personal money in. But if you think it's big right now, if we get, the tenors involved, it's going to be phenomenal, like totally phenomenal. And there will be benefits for the tenors as well. But I'd really like to talk more about that, at the reunion, to be honest. But Alex, I'll call you and talk to you more detail here soon.
Okay.
So
Sounds good, man.
yeah, I don't want to ramble on. I just wanted to clarify that.
No, it's all good. It's all good. How you
He-
been though? You been all right?
Yeah, man. Like, so check this out today. I got the first prototype of the pill boards for the reunion done. I say prototype because I'm gonna keep, we got to make like 14 of them, and I got enough glass to make 17. So, yeah, I'm
You're
excited
allowed to
about
break
that.
a couple.
Well, no, we already did. Okay, so check this out. When we when me and Garrett jumped in the truck that I got the redneck bed on, right, and we ran down to Albany and picked up all this glass. Well, it started off as 19 pieces, and
Oh,
when we were loading the glass at the place we were picking it up, I was strapping it down, trying to get something half-ass tight. And when I did that, it strapped the glass down, but it pushed it over. So I obviously was a knucklehead and didn't do it right. So all the glass literally come tumbling down at once. And luckily, only one piece on the bottom busted. I was like, holy shit. Like, and Garrett was like, holy shit. All we lost was one. I'm like, heck yeah. Because we only had to have 14. Well, we started off with 19. So, okay, boom, that one gets busted. We get everything. So now we're down to 18, right? So we get all the glass back up. We carefully put a little wood underneath it and stuff. Like, we were totally unprepared. And, metal and glass, bouncing in the back of a truck just doesn't go good together. You got to have something in between the metal and the glass, and we didn't bring nothing for that something between it. And so we get riding and we get maybe an hour up the road, and next thing you know, bah yeah yeah, and we're like, holy shit, what was that? We look back and there's freaking glass just slinging every fucking where, and like even came into the cab of the truck and shit, right? Because we had the vent windows open because this glass weighed a lot, right? And so, like, we had the windows down. Like, it didn't have enough horsepower to pull all this glass and be running with the AC on, So we were rednecking it for real. But one of the glass busted and it was coming through the freaking windows and shit and was smacking Garrett in the side. I'm like, did glass just come in? He's like, hell yeah, it hit me. I'm like, oh shit. So we stopped and got out and, we figured out that the glass had just hit the edge of some metal the wrong way or something. So we found a piece of wood literally where we pulled off at to check it and wedged that in between the glass and rednecked it all the way back to the shop. It was pretty wild. It was an adventure, but like stuff like that is what like are things I'm going to remember about reunion. And Garrett's gonna remember about it. Like window film reunion for us has already started, because like we're building memories behind the scenes before the big memories get built.
Yeah. Yeah. I seen a picture of the peel board too, and it looks slick, man. I really like it.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we put that one together today. Garrett came and gave me a hand. Well, by the time he got there, I had the majority of it, welded or close to welded or something. But he helped me paint it and wedge the glass in, and Garrett's gonna be uh, listen. Garrett's been a big part of what goes on behind the scenes with WFR also, and with Reunion for sure.
Yeah. Well, heck yeah! I can't wait to see you guys down there.
It's gonna be such a blast. Are you gonna ride the gyrosphere?
I can do that. Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
Why not?
Alex will do anything you dare him to.
Man, if
I will.
Garrett did it, you'll do it for real. You got it, man. Like that thing's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be a blast. So the other
It'll
cool
be
thing,
a hoot.
it
Huh?
will be. Like the cool thing about the pill boards, like they were a major expense for us this year. And but like next year we won't have to buy them again, so that'll be a
Yeah.
much lower expense, and we can use them year in and year out, and update them year in and year out, because eventually I'd like to have glass on both sides, and have it lighted up, make it high class it up a little bit. But right now we just got to have the function, so we're just getting the damn pill boards together, that look presentable and functions, and that's all we can do right now. But in the future, I'd love to deck them out, backlight them and shit.
That'd be sweet.
It would
I
be, but
backlit one peel board and I didn't like it, so I never done that again.
yeah, it just depends on what you're doing. Yeah, they both. I think a pill board. I don't know. Maybe half of it should be dark and half of it should be backlit. I don't know.
Some things that you do, it really helps. Like, if you got a white backing, anything frost, I feel like it's a little bit helpful. Anything white, it's a little bit helpful. Tint, I don't know. I get distracted with the light and I can't see the lines. But if
Yeah.
you're not using a plotter, then there's no lines to need to see. So I can see where there would be no harm there. I've personally used a plotter since 2003, and I don't want to hear any talk about hand cutting because I swear to God I can hand cut around any of you guys. So I don't want to hear it. I just could afford a plotter, so I bought one. Let's just say that. And it makes life easier. I mean, I buy a chainsaw too, although I also own a handsaw, but I would prefer to use the chainsaw things, I mean, or I also own an axe, and I drive a car instead of riding a bicycle or walking because I can. So
Hey, it's
now you guys
young.
know. Now y'all know how I stand, where I stand with plotters. I use a plotter because I can.
I drive a shitbox because I can.
Yeah, me too. I've been for 8 years now. I've been driving brand new vehicles, and I bought me the shitbox Jeep, and oh my God, I love it. I mean, I work on it damn near every single day of my life now, and only play on it here and there, and then I work on it some more. But there's something about it.
So we my original plans for this utility bed that I'm making for the back of the truck was eventually at some point it's going to be a camper and can be used for utility too. But right now, like I'm just getting so much use out of it as a utility bed. I'm in no hurry to make it into a camper. But it's just
yeah, I mean, having a big old bed is just so convenient for so many things. And I'd be willing to bet you could fit your ultralight on it, which you haven't got that running yet, right? Have you?
So no, it runs, but I do have to get a part for it and go take it to a shop and have it, basically aligned. We'll just say an alignment done on it. Like so when you're flying, whether you're hang gliding or whether you're got a powered hang glider that like a trike is what we're talking about. The point where the hang glider connects to the actual wing, you can slide it backwards or forward, and if that's not in the proper spot, um, it can turn out really, really bad for you. So I'm going to take that to somebody who can tell me, because I'm familiar with how to do them on hang gliders, but I'm not familiar with the weight ratio on the trike. But to make a long story short, there's a few more things I do have to do to it. But I'm in no hurry because I already told myself I'm not going to go flying until I get until window film reunion's over. Because that's listen, as much as I love to fly, that can't be on like the top of my priority list right now. And so, reunion's on top of my priority list right now. So that's the big thing. So after reunion, I plan on taking a major break away from social media, and I'm gonna go fly, and fly some more.
You need to, because you put too much of your time and energy into all this that's going on around the industry. And, I used to do that. And then I bought this Jeep and I realized, you know what? My time's my time. And it's important. Although I might be a little extreme on the other end now with my Jeep time, but it's a new toy. And it'll
So
be okay if you get your hang glider all tuned up and ready to go and you go fly it and you find yourself like totally withdrawn from things. It's okay. Just do it because it means you need it. Just
yeah.
make sure you come back to us at some point.
Well, it's yeah. I mean, at some point I will, but I'm gonna take a major hiatus. I want to take a the reason I'm doing my camper on the back of the truck is because so I can go hang gliding and flying, the trike. And so I'm setting that up to go hang gliding essentially, and then like that way I got a place to sleep. I'll have a generator underneath the truck, and then I'll also have the air conditioner, and I'll throw a
I
mattress
knew
up.
it. I
Huh?
knew it. You're like Grizzly Adams. You're going off grid, aren't you?
Yeah. So yeah. I have no problem going off grid. But it just takes time to get ready to do that. But yeah, I could live off grid. I mean, I would really, really miss just a regular box fan. I mean, like I would really miss that, but other than that, I can handle it. As long as I can wash my ass, like I need to live near a stream or waterfall or something. I got to take a bath, man. I can't be walking around for weeks not washing my ass.
You get you a little generator motor and live by a stream and make you a little power generator with the stream for your motor so you can run your box fan. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they ain't making no more land, and just uh, we bought some acreage out in the country, and that's where we're gonna have our little outpost. I mean, we're gonna electrify it and everything, but we're gonna set it up where we can go off the grid. And once we're at that point, then why in the hell we'll just call the electric company, be like, hey, disconnect. But we won't do that until we're absolutely, we'd have been running for like a whole year, and just paying whatever the minimum is or something. Because we'll make sure everything works. But that's all time and money, and when you got the time, you ain't always got the money.
Right, for sure.
And when you got the
Yeah,
money, you ain't
so
always got the time.
Don, real quick, I guess his computer froze up on him while I was answering the question he had asked, but he caught the 45-degree part. As far as pressure and speed, cutting PPF, we cut it as fast as we want to. I tend to run it a little slower because it's expensive. And if it's going to mess up, I want to watch it mess up in slow motion personally. But pressure is really flexible. It's not like window tint. It's not, because the blade is mostly just scoring it. You're not like cutting all the way through to the core. I mean, you can, but it's not necessary because once you score it, when you weed it, it just tears right where it's scored. So it's very flexible. You're gonna find that you wish tint was more like PPF. Same thing with vinyl. If you decide to do cut vinyl stickers and stuff, you'll find that that's way better than tint is the hardest thing in the world to cut on a plotter. And if you can cut tint on a plotter, you can cut anything on a plotter. Except for maybe sandblast material. That's a little tough.
Ryan forgot his worms.
He's a weird one. He keeps worms in our refrigerator so he can go fishing right after work. And he goes fishing at lunchtime too. But they call this Waterford for a reason. We've got like 37 lakes in our township, and then our neighboring townships, they got a bunch of lakes too. So we're like surrounded. We got water everywhere. But
I definitely want to do some fishing out in Georgia. That's for sure.
they got any water by you, Rick?
Yeah, there is actually. You got Lake Alatuna, which is not very far at all from where we are. Maybe about 30, 45 minutes, depending on what part you want to go to. There's technically Lake Lanier, which is huge, but it's a little bit further away, like maybe an hour and a half or so, something like that, maybe 2 hours. I don't know. That would be what's nearby, and then if you like trout fishing or something, then you've got like the mountains that are like maybe a couple hours away. You could be in the mountains of Georgia, like up around Helen, Brasstown Ball, places like that, in just a couple hours or so.
Nice.
Maybe a little bit longer than a couple hours, but it ain't far. Like I'm just pulling a number out my ass, but it's got to be close.
Yeah.
Like I lived like the where we're having the event, like I'm not really familiar with all the motels and stuff there because I don't stay in there because I live here,
Yeah.
And it's not like we're doing it at a conventional convention center, so it's not like there's a motel literally next door to it where you can walk to it and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
the biggest thing was that we could find a building big enough to do what we needed to do. I mean, that was the first major part, that was the biggest thing. And I just kind of wanted to show what window tenors coming together can do. And I think we're well on the way to people seeing what we can do. Like, it's
Our
just
chat
us.
started working properly again.
What?
Our chat started working properly again.
Awesome.
For a while, we didn't have any YouTube chat people in our chat thing over here, and now it's working. So that's cool. At the end of the stream, of course. That's how that works. How much is gas in Georgia? Lobo says.
It's I believe it's under $4 right now for regular gas.
Nice.
And diesel's still stupid. Like it's like at least five or some shit. Like I don't know, but I know it's like way more than regular gas, and it's like what the fudge.
Yeah, we've been around $6 for diesel. We've been around $5 for regular gas. We just yesterday, I noticed a bunch of gas prices dropped, and we're 407 was the cheapest I saw it yesterday. I was like, oh yeah, because we've been at 499 forever, and then it dropped down to like 469, and it was cool for I mean it's a nice little reprieve, 30 cents, and then all of a sudden yesterday it's like I saw 407. I'm like, wait, what? Are we doing a thing finally? Hopefully it's a trend that'll last for a minute. And yeah, cash says 409, some 393.
Yeah, it's still bullshit. It's twice as much as it was, not that long ago.
But I mean, gas price is one of those things. That's another thing I could just have a long topic on, because gas price is one of those things that it's affecting you, but it's nothing you can do anything about. So either drive or don't drive is really your options. So I choose not to. I mean, it is what it is. I choose not to buy into, oh my God, gas prices are so. I mean, what am I accomplishing by making a Facebook post and crying about the fact that it cost me $80 to fill up my Kia instead of 40? I mean, don't get me wrong, it sucks. But making a Facebook post, pissing out all that negativity into public does no good for any of us. In fact, the more people that do that, the more negativity that we're all surrounded by. And there's nothing that any of us are doing about it. So let's just stop talking about it and live our lives, because it's going to go up, it's going to come down. I mean, at the end of the Bush administration, it was about where it is now. And then a couple of years into the Obama administration, it stayed there. I bought my 2013 Pathfinder because it got about 6 or 7 miles to the gallon better than my Mountaineer. And I thought, oh, that's going to make up for the payment difference. That'll be great. And then all of a sudden, gas prices just plummeted. And it was like, oh, well, but I liked my Nissan, so it was okay. But I mean, that was the thought in my head, is buying a vehicle based on gas mileage, and it went down. And I'll tell you, I had absolutely nothing to do with while it was up or while it was down. It does what it's going to do, with or without my participation, positive or negative. So that's my take on that.
I can roll with that.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm just as affected as anybody else, but I only have 24 hours in the day. And what energy do I want to put in my mind and let come out of my mouth during that 24 hours, right? Because I can't get any of it back when it's over. So how was my experience with it? That takes practice. And some days, like Alex noticed this morning, I do better than others. Because I did not, my day, I don't know. I didn't get good sleep last night. I was grouchy this morning, and I was grouchy through a good chunk of the day. And these guys just wanted to run around and be all happy and cheery, and I wasn't having it. But I'm better now, because I am only a few hours away from bedtime. And tomorrow will be a different day.
I don't know. I feel like Ryan and I are like self-sufficient enough with like what goes on in Sun Distributing now, that like whether you're having a good day or a bad day no longer really affects us anymore, because like we still know what we have to do, and we still, do our thing. Um I mean, until it's time to use, company credit card for something, and then that's, then that falls on you. But
Yeah, Alex tells me this morning. So I got a PO, and that's the other thing, I just, a big almost $10,000 order with Fusion, I just had to pay for. And then Alex put together a GDI order for me, and I'm like, how much? And he was real hesitant. He's like, well, it's kind of a lot. And I'm like, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, it's like almost $7,000. And I'm like, how can I shave this? And I'm going through, and I'm like, fuck, I need all this stuff. It's like, because we're not like that guy selling tools out of the back of his tent shop anymore. We're a real honest to goodness running, thriving into. It's crazy. I just ordered 500 pink Triage X's. It's like, why 500? Well, because people love them and they buy them. And I got to order over 100 red dots at a time, and that doesn't even. I'm trying to order a month's worth of stuff, and 100 red dots. Red dots aren't cheap. They add up fast, and 100 red dots doesn't get us through a month. It's like, what are you guys doing with your red dots?
NT blades and Olfa blades, those are killers. You try to buy
Oh,
cases of those, and it's like already like over $1,000 just to re-up on both of them.
yeah.
It's wild.
NT blades and Alphas typically I'll spend
Triumph
$15,
blades.
$1,500 each.
Triumph blades are
Yeah.
expensive. All the blades.
Stainless steel is not cheap in our industry.
No, not at all.
And carbon inflation is really kicking carbon stuff in the ass too. I noticed those prices are going up rapidly. But that's a whole nother set of topic there. This inflation is just scary. I know in my lifetime in this industry, I've never seen anything like it as fast as it's happening. And it's happening from all angles and all directions. And there's so many pieces to the pie, and each piece gets its own little piece of inflation. And, I've had companies raise prices on me 4 or 5 times in a year in the last year. And it's like at some point, something's got to give. But
So
at least I was going to say on the bright side, our industry has always been that one people were like, yeah, for a couple $100, you can become a window tint business. Well, that's not so true anymore. It takes real money to break in at this point. What was you going to say?
I've already forgot. I was sitting there thinking that myself. I was like, damn, what the hell was I about to say? So this is, here's something to chew on later. It's kind of rhetorical, but like, so what do you think would happen if like basically every country on the planet was going through inflation at the same time? All of a sudden, everything's going to have a new restart. Like, speaking of Bush, if you remember when he was saying, we're going to start a new world order and we will succeed. I watched it myself. This is what he was talking about, brother. What Bush was talking about is happening right now. I'm talking about the original Bush. I'm not talking about Bush number 2. I'm talking about Bush number 1.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to shape up in that direction. And it's scary for us because we've lived so high on the hog for so long. There's a lot of countries that'll benefit from it, like exponentially. But,
So,
for water seeking its own level, some's got to come down while others go up. And
in
for
all
us,
of known history, there's been basically 2 types of government up until 1776. But for all history prior to that, there's basically two types of government. Your first government was family, because families would own tons of land, and then those families actually started countries. But whatever the government is, it's been basically a dictatorship or something. There's never been you get a freedom. No, you're free to do whatever the hell the king or whoever's running shit tells you to do. Like that. That's throughout world history, and I don't think people realize how lucky we are to be in a country that's not a dictatorship.
that is true. And we're starting to head in that direction. We originally decided we needed a government to keep our liberties and freedoms, and little by little our government is starting to step back and say we're going to let the other governments figure this out. And so where we was one United States at one time where we all kind of followed the same rules, that's starting to change too. And that's its own kind of scary, because number one rule in division is you've got to think differently than others. And that's what we're starting to promote, is each state to be an individual entity. And before you know it, we're going to look a lot like Europe. And instead of having 50 states, we might have 50 countries. It could happen. And then the question is, are we going to start going to war with each other? And how are we going to do these conventions? Because that's going to be its own difficulty.
I'm just gonna I do speculate on what's coming in the future, but it's just speculation. So I don't really want to say anything about it being speculation. But I've definitely got my theories about what's potentially coming down the pipes.
Well, I already got all my gear, and I'm good to go off grid, and I got everything I need to hunt and fish and make clean water. And I don't flaunt it, but I have it, and I've got about enough food supply that's not going to go bad anytime soon. That'll carry me until I get established wherever it is I have to find that there ain't no goddamn people. And I got enough ammunition to make sure that I don't have anybody crowd my space. So as long as I don't, die in the process, and if I do, then I don't really give a fuck. It'll be over at that point.
Yeah.
But it is getting about that time of the day. Our peoples have left. It's just me and Alex here, and it is time to shut the lights off and
It was good
end
talking
this
to you,
chapter.
Rick.
Good talking to
Good
y'all.
seeing you.
You too. And hey,
I will.
hey, give me
I'll
a shot
be
one of
giving you a
these.
jingle. Yep.
Yeah, do that.
Tomorrow for sure.
No mama's way, says Jamal.
What does that mean?
Y'all have a
Means
I'm not
good
well
like-
versed.
Hey, Jamal.
It's
All righty.
speech.
Yes.
Later.
We'll see everybody on the flip side.